and try and make it through. Becker, having looked in a good position, just fading a bit.
So, we're just getting ready for the first action on the track. Well, Adeleke, as we were saying, already a gold medalist. She had that such a crucial second leg in the mixed relay that took Ireland to a delighted gold, their first gold at these championships since 1998. And there is, after seeing Amandine Brossier, Rachida Adeleke, and these huge cheers, there is a big Irish contingent in this Stadio Olimpico. They're going to be willing Adeleke on to a second gold medal. On her inside, Lord's Gloria Manuel from Czechia. European under-20 400 metres champion last year when she was only 17. Took that title in fine form and has improved ever since then. Another woman who's been directly seeded, the Lithuanian record holder, Modesta Madaskaite. 52-56 this year, but a record from a few years ago, under 51 seconds. Levi Nielsen, in great form at the moment. That run in Brussels just a couple of weeks ago. Didn't have such a good run in the Diamond League in Oslo last week, but still someone to very much keep an eye on. This is Asti Ertsegard, the Norwegian. Ertsegard brought in as a late replacement under the replacement policy. Adeleke very quickly out of her blocks, already starting to claw back the stagger on Brossier on her outside. Adeleke is absolutely flying at the moment over this first 100 metres. She's really tearing down the black straight. Nielsen in lane 5 doing very well as well at this moment. Now she's up on the shoulder of Madaskaite outside her. At the moment it's Adeleke and Levi well clear of the rest. Adeleke coming round the bend. She's so strong in this third 100 metres, but Levi also running an extremely good bend, really throwing down the gauntlet to Adeleke. This is going to be a tremendous duel over the final 100 metres, but Adeleke so strong, she's coming through like a train now, and Adeleke's got in front of Nielsen. Nielsen just tying up very slightly over the final 50 metres. It's Adeleke. Well, the clock doesn't stop, but I think it's in the low 50s, followed home by Nielsen and that very talented Czechia teenager, Lourdes Gloria Manuel. 50-54 for Adeleke. That will certainly send waves across the rest of the women in the next two races. Nielsen, personal best, shaving 1/10 off it, 50.73. And Manuel, the second fastest run of her career.
Yes, well, Lavia Nielsen, one of those opting to concentrate just on the individual here. Really good test up against someone like Rachida Adeleke, who's, of course, run 49.2 and made that semi-final look pretty easy for her. That's just the different class athlete that she is, but all credit for Lavia Nielsen for sticking with her for as long as possible and doing what she needs to do to progress, because we also have the 18-year-old from Czechia, Lourdes Gloria Manuel, who of course ran 55.9 in Ostrava on home soil. Real breakthrough for her. And then back from those on the outside was Amandine Brossier, who had such a huge margin of victory in the heat.
Yes, there we have it. Rachida Adeleke, 50-54.
So let's have a look here at Petra Shilkova on the outside. So she was part of the mixed relay quartet that were best overall at the European Team Championships last year. Vondrova, who mentioned a moment ago, was also part of that. And they beat everybody who was part of the A race, including Natalia Kazmarek, who brought Poland home in front of a home crowd there. 49.8 this year for Kaczmarek. That was at the Oslo Diamond League recently. 49.48 at best. This is Sophie Becker. And Ireland really do have great depth in this event now. Adeleke, we've already seen Maudsley coming up. This is Sophie Becker, 51.13, new personal best in Belfast recently. Suzanne Gogol-Volley, she was 6th at the World Indoors, having been 4th in Istanbul last year at the European Indoors. Andrea Miklos, perhaps an underrated athlete, 50.76. Her season's best this year in Ostrava last month. On to Anna Pollinari. A nice cheer for her, European Indoor silver medalist in the 4x4 relay. Berta Segura set that personal best in the heats, going sub 52 seconds for the first time ever. Lisa Lilja of Sweden on the inside, also having improved. The Nordic bronze medalist from last year championships, which actually hadn't been held since 1965 until they were revived last year. So a couple of those athletes coming through the heats. So fairly even from the get-go. As Becker actually going well in the green of Ireland, chasing down Kaczmarek early on, who, as we know, tends to finish quite quickly as well. Kaczmarek in the white and red and Poland past Petra Zilkova on her outside, but Becker still going very nicely. 51.13 it was in Belfast last month, 0.7 seconds improvement this year. Kaczmarek, of course, will know that she can maybe save a bit of energy here and try and make it through. Becker, having looked in a good position, just fading a bit. Gogol-Volley and Miklos battling very hard over that second automatic qualifying spot. Miklos gets it just behind Natalia Kaczmarek. 50.71 across the line, and she was able to just gradually make her way through and eke out that advantage, hold on to it nicely. Kaczmarek looking strong, and always interesting now because we've seen Adeleke, we've seen Kaczmarek, and we have a chance to compare the two, but ultimately we'll see them go head-to-head in the final.
Natalia Kaczmarek looking very, very comfortable indeed, almost strolling around. Of course, Kaczmarek leading the entries here with a 49.80 that she set just over a week ago in Oslo in that Diamond League meeting. And she was just so smooth, wasn't she, Kaczmarek, out in lane 8. Was really, really fluid, competent, 400-meter running, distributing her efforts all the way down the track, different sections, just spreading her effort. Really does look the part, and it's going to be a fascinating battle between her and Rashida Adeleke tomorrow in the final. Of course, there's going to be other people involved in that as well, but at the moment it's looking as though it's boiling up towards a thrilling head-to-head between the two women on paper that we're expecting to see go for gold.
So having a look at the full confirmed result, Kaczmarek and Miklos, they'll be in the final. Gogol-Volley is waiting to see whether that time will be good enough. It remains the target time for those who finished 3rd and 4th in the 3rd semi-final.
We have the 3rd and last semi-final of the women's 400 metres. Clara has also been in superb form this year. Around 50.10 indoors. So Alice Mangione, 3 times World Championship finalist with relay teams. Also a European Championship silver medalist earlier in this championships in the mixed 4x400 meter relay. This was the woman who brought Ireland home on the first night to give them the first gold medal in 26 years. An enthusiasm for this event has really ramped up in the Emerald Isle. Lika Klava, 25 years of age, last year ran a personal best of 49.81. Anybody running under 50 seconds is absolutely world class. Victoria Okorugu, 2 times European Championships bronze medalist in the 4x4 relay, and also a World Championship bronze medalist in a collection as well from Eugene. One of the replacements, Helena Ponette. She finished 4th. She had the lead-off leg, but the agony of seeing Femke Bol overtake her very close to the line and deprive Belgium of bronze. Julia Sen, reigning Swiss champion over 400 meters. And then the venerable Justina Swiatek, Tokyo gold medalist in the 4x400 meters relay. And Marie-Anna Shostak of Ukraine, as I said. So keep your eyes on lanes 6, 7 and 8. Okorugu, Klaver and Maudsley. Well, Klaver, as expected, away very quickly indeed. Putting a bit of daylight between herself and Okorugu, and she's getting up very quickly on Maudsley as well, who's had such a fine season. The Irishwoman improving to 50.72 last month in Horzo in Poland, but she's got no answer at the moment to Klaver, who's running very, very well after that rather relaxed first 100 meters. Okorugu now really getting into her running. Ponette in 4th is having a good race as well, but it's Klaver at the front, a metre ahead of her nearest challengers, but Maudsley coming through very strongly indeed. Maudsley trying to close down Klaver, but there's not going to be enough track for her to do it. Klaver now starting to pull away again in the final 30 metres, and Maudsley takes second, but flying down that final 100 metres, possibly even the quickest of them all over the final 50 on the outside, Alice Mangione. So Klaver and Maudsley go through as of right. Mangione's personal best of 51.34 isn't going to be enough to see her into the final. Sighs of relief for Lourdes Garcia Manuel and Susanna Gogolwally, who were in the hot seats, and they go through as fastest non-automatic qualifiers. So Lieke Klaver, 50.57. Maudsley makes it 2 Irish women in the women's 400 metres final. Well, Mangione with that tremendous burst. No place in the final, but a personal best for the Italian.
I think Lieke Klaver just measured that a little bit, because in the mixed relay final, she just went out too hard, trying to keep Rashida Adeleke behind her. But yeah, it's very much made amends here. Maudsley, who has really developed this fantastic fast finish, closing in on the Dutchwoman. A great target, really, to have in front of you in a semi-final, to make sure you're focused on that second place to make it through. I'm sure that's unfortunate for Mangione. Personal best, though, can't ask for more than that. And great to see the 18-year-old in the final, Lourdes Gloria Manuel, the Czech athlete.
I think Klaver may well have something to say about that, as we saw Klaver ease through in 50.57 to take that 3rd semi-final.